good evening, and or good afternoon. It's your girl Kesi, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about, as you can see in the titles, reasons you shouldn't go to nursing school. And I'm not really approaching nursing school in a negative way. That's a different video. I'm not telling you why nursing school is a scam or anything. Shout out to the urban nurse. I'm gonna get my video out there too. But I'm talking about mainly those people who have those perspectives or ways of lives or attitudes or, you know, mental states, physical states. I'm just warning y'all, no tea, no shade, just facts, that y'all not gonna make it if you have any of these traits that I speak of today in this video. So let's get right to it. So number one, you should not go to nursing school if you are not ready or up for a lifetime of customer service giving. If you're not ready for a lifetime, or however long you're gonna be in nursing or be a nurse, if you're not ready for that amount of time of literal service giving, being selfless on the job, you're not gonna make it. That's what nursing is. You go in with the mindset of, yes, I want to help people, but it's way more than helping people. It's putting them first before your own need. This patient called you on the phone saying, I need my bed changed, though we have PCAs and techs and whatever, but what if the PCA isn't available? What if your PCA is at lunch? What if your PCA is helping somebody else? When your patient calls you saying,
I need my brief changed, I pooped up and down my back, I really don't want to lay in this,
but you also haven't eaten lunch, it's 4 o'clock and you gotta pee. You can put your, you know, bathroom duties first in this situation, because this may take up to 30 minutes and you don't want to make your bladder explode. But at the same time, yes, it's 4 o'clock, yes, you still haven't eaten, and you plan to go eat right when they call. Guess who's coming first? That patient. Because that's your job. I don't solely want you to just be a task worker, to just go in like, oh, I gotta do this and then it'll be all over. Like, go in realizing like you're helping somebody. This is what you actually signed up for. This is what you wanted to do. You find out the things that you actually have to do once you get in the field, but you gotta put people before yourself. And number two, so another reason you should not go to nursing school or be a nurse is if you've been online looking up, you know, salaries for different professions, you really want to do this, but oh, nurses make more. Let me go into nursing for the money. Honey, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. And first of all, if you do that initially, you're not gonna make it through nursing school, because nursing school is the biggest challenge. You get weeded out of nursing school. They find the people who really don't want to be there. They find the people who don't have the strong head, the strong physical and strong mental to be a nurse. They weed you out in nursing school. So if you're just going into nursing for the money, you shall be plucked out the batch, because you weren't here for the right reasons in the beginning. So going in for the money, yes, we make a good bit, and I love it. But I'm saying, yo, don't go into nursing feeling like you can just do this for the money, because you're gonna have a big shock as soon as you step foot in clinical the first time and you actually have to deal with people and, you know, serve. You know, you have to be selfless. You know, going into a profession for money is about you. Nursing is not about you at the end of the day. The only thing that's about you is probably the way you schedule yourself so you can pick up shifts and make money, you know. But even while doing that, it's still about them. So number three, another reason why you should not go into nursing is if you feel like the world owes you something. If you have that type of attitude of, the world owes me this, the world owes me that. And to further explain what I'm talking about, like, say you in nursing school, you're studying, you're doing the best you can, go take the test and you get the minimum passing grade, but you feel like you studied way more and you feel like the teacher set the test up, which sometimes it could be and they can get points back, but sometimes you feel like, I studied way too hard for this test, I deserve a better grade. Honey, nursing school is not like that. Nursing school is not here for you. I mean, what are you talking about? You think you deserve a better grade? I'm sorry, but nursing doesn't work like that. Nursing school doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Don't go into any situation in nursing or whatever profession you're trying to go into and think someone owes you something. Like, say you miss class one day and the person that sits next to you, where you know y'all share notes all the time in class, but you miss class this one day and you're expecting them to give you all the notes. Honey, it don't work like that. In reality, nursing school is every man for themselves. Yes, you got your friends and your study groups and stuff. I went all through nursing school without a study group because I don't trust people anyway, and then I seen people's true colors and I was right. But get your little study groups, but as soon as you fall off or do something they don't like, honey, you're on your own. That's why you should always have your own before you go, you know, rallying up big groups and trying to count on them. Have your own, you know. I say all that to say, don't go into nursing feeling like you deserve this position. You deserve to be an RN, because I've seen somebody who felt like they deserved their position. They deserved to be there, and they were so entitled. They were so arrogant, and I don't see them working to this day. And that's the tea, and I'm moving on. Number 4 and 5. I would not suggest you going into nursing school if you do not have mental and physical endurance. When you first start first semester, you're not sure what to expect. You're not, you know, on the level of physical and mental endurance that you possibly need to get through nursing school. I understand first semester, you get a pass with that. But over time, if you're not building, if you're not growing, if you're not learning what you need to do, if you failing and then you don't change your habits, if you don't, pull an all-nighter or two, if you don't grow, if you don't change your ways in any way. Like, nursing is a life-changing experience on both sides, whether you're the nurse or the patient. And if you are not willing to change your mindset and the way you live your life, you're not gonna make it, because sometimes you have to pull all-nighters, get some coffee in your system and keep going. Sometimes you're gonna have to miss breakfast and lunch because you got up too late, you didn't pack your lunch, and you left your card at home. Sometimes you just gonna, the thing I'm saying is, you don't really have to expect to do all of these things all at once. Really just be willing to do these things. Be willing to change your mindset and build mental endurance. Be willing to change the way you do things. Get up earlier, go to bed early. Be willing to change your physical way of life. All right, number 6. So I don't suggest you going to nursing school to be a nurse if, I forgot it. If you don't know how to deal with people. Dealing with people and being a people person are kind of two different things to me. Being a people person sometimes calls for extroversion. You can be an introvert and be a nurse. Introverts aren't afraid to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? People who are people persons, they know how to work the crowd. People who know how to deal with people know how to adapt and settle the situation and move on, you know? So if you're not willing to deal with people, or you don't know how to deal with people, you're gonna struggle with nursing. I'm not gonna say you don't need to go into nursing, because you build your people skills over time. When you start nursing school, you're only in your junior year of college. You still got time to learn. So while you're in nursing school, work on your communication, just talking to people, or just going in patients' room. Get you a tech job so you can get used to going in people's room, because it's not going to be easy for you if you don't know how to communicate or talk to people, or go in somebody's room and ask them how they are, or help people, because you're scared to communicate. So if you don't know how to deal with people or handle people or talk to people, you're not going to make it in nursing. So going back to sort of number 1, I don't suggest you going into nursing school to be a nurse. I don't think you're gonna make it if you're selfish. You can't be selfish in nursing, because like I said, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. And if you go in selfish, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think you're gonna make it, because what is this profession? Service. Lifetime of service. Like I said before, you're gonna have to put people before yourself. If you're selfish and you're stuck in your ways, you're not gonna make it. Just saying, you're not gonna make it. Some people aren't selfish in certain situations. That's me. Like sometimes I'm selfish with my time. Sometimes I love my time. I don't like wasting my time with people or situations where I could be doing something else that's benefiting me. That's the way I'm selfish. But if you're selfish in the way of, like I mentioned earlier, you about to go to lunch and your patient just calls you, says she got boo-boo up her back, and you still go to lunch, that's definitely selfish. That's definitely far from selfless, and that's definitely far from being a good nurse. If you can't come to a point where you can put people's feelings and physical states before your own, you're not gonna make it. I don't suggest you, as a selfish being who is not willing to change, to go into nursing, because you're not gonna make it. You're gonna feel like the world is against you, and it's just not gonna be a good practicing caregiver. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna be a good nurse, because you could be a good nurse and be a horrible person as well. You have the book smart, you have the mechanical kinetic part of nursing, but as far as the caring, healthcare, as far as the nurse-patient relationship, it's gonna suck for you because you're selfish. Number 8, short and sweet. You're not gonna make it in nursing if you have a bad attitude. I understand situations cause you to have bad attitudes, but if you go in with bad attitude, somebody gonna report you and you're just not gonna make it. All right, I've met some nurses that just, I don't know, it's just weird. Like they have this, I don't know if they have RBF or they just truly have these bad attitudes, but I met some nurses with bad attitudes. I would hate for that to be my nurse, because I want my nurse to be ready to take care of me. You decided on this job, not me. I'm just sick. I just had surgery today. I want you to be in the attitudes where I can, perceive that you actually want to take care of me. Not with this nasty stank attitude you give towards techs or whoever, yo. Just get that attitude, leave it at home. Drop it off on the corner and pick it back up when you get off work. You know what I'm saying? So number 9, I don't suggest you going into nursing if you are not willing to sacrifice blank for blank. And I leave those blank because there's a large spectrum of things that are important to all of us. We're all different people. Something that's important to you could be not as important to me, and vice versa. And so sometimes you have to pick up shifts, or you have to make your schedule a month before, and something probably comes up after the schedule locks in, and you're gonna have to sacrifice either going to work and dealing with it, or find somebody to switch with you. That's also a possibility. But life isn't always going to work in your favor, and if you're not willing to sacrifice blank for blank, or sacrifice this for work, or sacrifice this for eating, or sacrifice this for whatever else under the sun, you're not gonna make it. Because with those sacrifices, you grow better as a human and as a nurse, because you learn the importance of just sacrifice and service and giving, true giving. Because I thought I knew what giving was before I came into nursing. Honey, no, I know what giving is now. Number 10, I don't suggest you go into nursing, or I don't think you're gonna succeed in nursing if you are ever content with your knowledge. If you're not willing to continue to learn, if you are a know-it-all. I knew some know-it-alls in nursing school and after nursing school. Don't know how the nursing school one's going because I don't really talk to them, but the one I knew after nursing school, remember the arrogant person from earlier? Not working anymore. You can't go in like you know it all, because evidence-based practice has to always change. Because if we still practice like we did in 1947, nobody would get well, with today's sicknesses, with today's eating habits, nobody would get well. There's always requirements as nurses to do education hours or whatever, but if you don't if you're not open-minded enough to learn and to receive it, you're not gonna make it. And I understand some people like to be stuck in their ways. They've been doing it for 30 years. But those are also the nurses that make mistakes, and also the nurses that got the bad attitudes towards the new nurses that are willing to open up and do new things and explore and have different ways of doing things. You just gotta be open, man. Nursing is a profession of open-mindedness, and I appreciate it. I'm excited to expand my brain. You know, people ask me if I want to go back to school. I mean, it's not all about going back to school. You know, when I say willing to learn, you don't have to go back to school to be an NP. I'm not, because, oh my God, I just can't even think about school again right now, okay? Maybe if I can ever fathom school again, sure. But right now, I'm working on what I got. I got a BSc and RN right now. I'm working with what I got. I'm a continue my nursing career here. I'm gonna continue my education, get my certifications. I'm joining the Navy, so of course I got that to learn. Like, yo, I'm working with what I got. It's totally okay with working with what you got, or proper grammar would say with what you have. Continue to grow with that stuff, you know. Continue to expand your mind. Continue to learn, because learning never ends in nursing. And if you really feel like you got it and you learned it all, honey, you very limited. And I'm sorry, but don't take it from me, take it from Terry. You ain't gonna make it. I said Terry because y'all remember that tobacco commercial on, was it BET, MTV? It'd be like, take it from Terry. You better tell somebody. Or was it Nickelodeon? Where did that rap come from? But yeah, y'all, that's just how I feel. That's just how we working. If you either do or don't do some of these things in this video, no tea, no shade, just facts, you're not gonna make it.